Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we turn to talking about the recent and breaking college admissions scandal unfurling here in America. Particularly, there's a bigger YouTuber from this website who was heavily involved in it. Apparently, beauty vlogger Olivia Jade only got into the prestigious USC, University of Southern California school, because her mommy bribed her way into it. Her mother, famous TV actress from Full House, Lori Loughlin, well, she reportedly spent around $500,000 on this bullshit too. Wow. And if you're familiar with her daughter Olivia Jade here on YouTube, then you'll know why. I had actually coincidentally come across her channel just recently, even featuring some clips of Jade in the background of one of my videos, and, well, needless to say, the girl is a bit of an airhead. Certainly not the caliber of student who would get into one of California's top universities like USC, not based on her academic merit. So, although these charges are still pending and alleged, it really does make total sense, and I would say this is probably true. For more details on this college admissions scandal story, let's turn to a quick excerpt from a Fox News article about it. It says, in total, 50 people, including more than 30 parents and 9 coaches, were charged Tuesday in the scheme, which involved bribing insiders to get specific children into top schools, authorities said. Huffman was arrested Tuesday after FBI agents showed up at her Los Angeles home around 6 a.m. She posted a $250,000 bond after an appearance in the LA federal court. Her husband, actor William H. Macy, has not been charged, though an FBI agent stated in an affidavit that he was in the room when Huffman first heard the pitch from a scam insider. Loughlin is expected to surrender Wednesday to face charges in connection with the scandal. She faces charges of conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services mail fraud, according to a criminal complaint. Her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannulli, was arrested on the same charges and posted bail Tuesday. So the first actress arrested was Felicity Huffman, and now Olivia Jade's mom, Lori Loughlin, is likely to turn herself in this week. She might have already by the time this video's out. And I have to say, Jesus, this is even more serious than I thought originally. Can you imagine going to jail because you have so much money to throw away that you're bribing universities for your kids? And it's worth mentioning that, of course, most of these people being charged are crooked California liberals. Phil Kerpen on Twitter even took the time to do some research and see who these people being charged had donated to in presidential elections. And looky here, surprise, surprise, the great majority of them donated to Hillary and Obama, the Democrats. And sure, there's a couple of Republican donations there too, if you consider a rhino like Mitt Romney a Republican still, but I think that big zero next to President Trump is the number that really counts here. None of these crooks donated to our guy, the president, Donald J. Trump. Instead, they chose the left-wingers mostly and some shitty Republicans. But back to the YouTuber Olivia Jade now. Whether or not she knew about this cheating and bribing her mother did is still unknown, but it is obvious she didn't mind getting into USC, even though it's not only clear she shouldn't have been there academically, but also, as some of her videos later displayed, Olivia didn't really want to be at college in the first place. After this scandal broke, clips from some of her vlogs started popping up all over the place because, well, she seems to not care much about going to class at all. Olivia complained about it even before she even started school, which really makes this whole bribing her way into USC even worse. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video in question. It's called Basically All the Tea You Need to Know About Me, Boys College YouTubers, all in lowercase letters, and, well, from this title alone, I can already tell a girl like this should not be going to USC. She should have been at a B or C level college at best, if she even needed to go at all. We'll find out why she did go in a minute though, so let's go ahead and take a look at that video.
Will you be attending college, and if not, what's the next step on your career you wish to focus on? So, I'm doing both. I'm gonna be attending college. If you know where I'm going, please just don't comment it down below. I just don't wanna deal with that. That's already my big fear of meeting people at my college that are just gonna use me. I just don't wanna call attention to it at all. Again, I don't think it's because I'm famous or anything like that, but it's just stuff that's happened in the past in my life that I just freaks me out.
That, or you don't want people to know you got into USC even though you're not qualified for it academically. It could be all those other reasons too, but I think this cheating her way in thing is something she might have been aware of, or she could have even begged her parents to get her in this way. And while we still don't know for sure, trying to hide what university you're going to certainly isn't a good sign.
And then the whole college thing, yep, I'm going. I'm living in a dorm with a roommate who's so sweet. With work, it's gonna be hard. Like my first week of school, I'm leaving to go to Fiji for work, and then and I'll be in New York a bunch this year for work and traveling to a different country because I'm creating something with this country, and that's for work. So I don't know how much of school I'm gonna attend.
Wow, just wow. This girl doesn't sound like she wants to even go to college at all, let alone go to one of the toughest and most rigorous academic schools in the country. USC is really no joke, guys, and well, I can't imagine getting into there or another university like it and then plan on traveling to Fiji in the first week of classes? Are you serious? When I first went to school, me and many others didn't leave campus for the first month or so, let alone leave town or go to another far-off country a dozen hours away. But yeah, when I went, I actually cared about learning and socializing and getting the full, real-deal college experience. But Olivia Jade here, she clearly doesn't.
But I'm gonna go in and talk to my deans and everyone and hope that I can try and balance it all. But I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
And there you have it. Olivia wants to go to game days and parties, and she doesn't care about the actual schoolwork. Sounds like she wants all the fun parts of college without having to do any or all of the work. Makes perfect sense that a girl like this doesn't appreciate what she's got too, since, you know, she didn't have to earn any of this herself, nor does she have to work to pay for any of this either. Sure, she's got some easy income coming in from her YouTube and Instagram pages now, but that was all virtually handed to her as well. No way Jade would have made it this far without her rich and famous parents. So I would say she's the definition of a spoiled Hollywood brat. She doesn't appreciate anything because she's never had to work or earn anything herself. And that makes this even worse if you think about it. If you think about all the other smarter and well-meaning students out there who could have used Olivia's spot at USC for something good. She's taken away a spot from a future scientist or film director or a AAA athlete. Also, she could go to a few college football games and some frat parties while still traveling the world for her fake jobs on Instagram and YouTube. I also can't stand how entitled and emboldened this little brat is. When she said she'll talk to her deans at the college, she clearly thought they would give her special treatment. Why? I don't know. I don't know why she thinks she's so special, but she clearly does. Because really, most students know you can't travel and miss class every week, especially during the first week of school. But for some reason, Olivia thinks she can because she thinks she's special when she's really not. She's just a pretty face. But wait, this actually gets even worse from here. As if a rich Hollywood liberal bribing a college to let her wannabe famous daughter in, who doesn't even care about class, as if that wasn't bad enough, well, Olivia Jade has also decided to profit off of this, off of her so-called college experience. Yeah, attending college has now become part of Olivia Jade's brand online, and it's turned out to be very profitable for her too. Not only has going to college spurred a number of related videos and photos for Olivia to post on her pages, but also, she has even taken a number of brand deals which advertises for this, and it's based on her attending college. For example, she's done ads for Amazon, which made her a prime student and representative for their company. And they even sent Olivia free furniture and decorations for her dorm. Like she needs free shit, she's already rich. Jade even advertises for the Smile Direct Club, marketing it as a good product for the back to school season. So yeah, Olivia has spun her college days into a pretty lucrative advertising and content producing business. This makes her parents cheating her way into this school even worse. Speaking of her parents again, here's an interview where Olivia admits she didn't really want to go to college at all in the first place. In fact, it was her parents who talked her into going. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, so go ahead and take a look at this.
Yeah, mostly my parents really wanted me to go because both of them didn't go to college, and then
They did all right, though.
yeah, I think they did fine.
They did just fine.
Yeah, hypocrites. No, but I'm so happy they made me go.
Damn, that sounds bad. And if you look here, she even posted on Twitter that she would much rather focus on her YouTube channel than attend classes at all. The tweet about this says, "YouTube will always be my #1 passion. I promise I'd rather be filming 24/7 than sitting in 6 hours of classes straight, but an education is also super important to me. So thank you for your patience and letting me figure out time management." Well, honey, if an education was really important to you, you wouldn't be traveling during your first week of school. You also would be more focused on your class than your YouTube career, which just amounts to you making vlogs and getting views because you're a pretty girl who's young. And hey, even if you were going to class, there's still free time at college that you can do this kind of stuff during. It's not like college students' whole weeks are dedicated to classes 24/7. Even the hardest majors and the nerdiest students can take off nights and weekends sometimes, at least most of the time, but But for Olivia Jade, we can clearly see her priorities are much different. In the end, is Olivia Jade the worst person in the world for doing all this? No, of course not. Really, it's her parents who are to blame for most of this controversy, and for bringing her up into a spoiled brat. Yeah, not only were her parents the ones who allegedly bribed USC with $500,000 in order to let her in, but also, Jade's parents raised her pretty poorly too. Olivia is spoiled rotten to the core, and she really hasn't learned to be appreciative and humble at all. She brags about her rich and famous parents constantly even, and she thinks she is hot shit because of them too, when she's really not. Sure, we can all admit Olivia is a very pretty girl, she's got good genes, but Jade certainly wasn't able to avoid this common pitfall for children raised by liberal Hollywood elites. They almost always turn out to be pretty and good looking, sure, that's something they're born with though, and they didn't really earn, but also, these Hollywood children turn out to be big entitled douchey brats, and this YouTube star Olivia Jade is really no different. She's typical. The only real difference here with Olivia is her family got caught cheating red-handed here, and they're likely to face some pretty harsh repercussions because of this too. This is the biggest college admissions scandal the country has ever seen after all, and in time, I think things are only going to get worse for those involved. And all of this was for what? So Olivia could go to a fancy college she didn't even want to attend classes for? What a joke. She could have just gone to a regular school or a community college even. She's probably got the academic grades for a community college, and there are plenty of other universities in Los Angeles that would work for her too, that would take her in. In fact, I used to live by CSUN, Cal State University Northridge, and from what I hear, they'll basically take in anyone there. Known liberals and SJWs, Anita Sarkeesian and Anna Kasparian both went to CSUN as well, but I guess being a CSUN matador isn't as fun sounding as being a USC Trojan. And there's also the higher levels of sports and Greek life there too, at USC, which I'm sure is part of what attracted Olivia to it in the first place. But again, the sports and the parties are the wrong reasons to go to college. Those should be just fun bonuses, benefits the actual students get after working hard all week long on classes and other activities. But I guess Olivia Jade thought she could have her cake and eat it too here, and well, it looks like all of that is backfiring on her family big time right now. Would have been different too if she had actually wanted to go to class and try and be a doctor or a lawyer or something, but Olivia Jade had to make things even worse by saying she didn't even want to go to class at all. How embarrassing. If it were me, none of this would have happened, of course, but if it did, and I was caught saying dumb shit like what we saw in that vlog earlier, well, I would at least have the decency to take down that video or something, make another apology, but Olivia didn't do that. Even after the scandal has gone public, Olivia still left up that very telling and embarrassing video we watched earlier, and that's why I really don't feel bad for calling out her bullshit right now. What do you guys think? Should Olivia's parents be punished for this hardcore? Should Olivia be more remorseful and grateful for getting into USC? Or should she just drop out and do the right thing here and give up her spot to a student who really is interested in learning? That might help a bit. Hell, her rich family could even pay for the whole 4-year education for someone else who deserves it. That would really make things better, but I doubt anything like that will happen anytime soon. Comment your thoughts on everything below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.